Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your guys' reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, that this is not going to resonate for every single Sagittarius out there. Okay, so Sagittarius, this is take 3 now. For some reason I kept getting interruptions and I kept getting all kinds of things that keep coming up that I keep having to restart this video. So hopefully this time is the last time so I can get through the rest of the zodiacs. But yeah, I feel like there could be a lot of delays or a lot of mishaps or interruptions. So yeah, let's get started here. Give me 1 minute and I'm just going to quickly shuffle the deck. I am so excited to finally announce that I have my own line of candles. If you guys are interested in any of the candles that I've created, please check it out in the description box, as well as using the promo code Shae208. That will give you free shipping above anything that's $50 and up in purchase. If you guys are interested in learning about the significance between each candle, I created a video. Check it out, you guys. Thank you for supporting me, my channel, and my friend. Thank you. Okay, Sagittarius. So the energies that I am picking up for the Sagittarius collective is Sag. I almost kind of get the feeling, and I'm kind of surprised that the rejection card from this deck didn't come out, because this feels kind of like a rejection or an abandonment, or at least that's how it's been perceived or how it's been felt. Like I said, this is like my third take on doing this reading, and I feel like each time I did the reading, it was very heavy energy, because I just kind of feel like all the fire signs are kind of going through it at this time. Just at least that's how it feels like. But Sag, I kind of get this sense that it's like you kind of dodged a bullet. There was something here where it's like a situation didn't pan out the way that you would have liked, whether this is like a job or a relationship or like a friendship or even family issue. There's something here that you feel like you didn't get your way, or that you didn't get what was owed to you, or it was just almost like you could have been mistreated. And the thing that I'm getting here is that this is actually a blessing in disguise. It's like this situation wasn't really meant for you, and if you would have stayed any longer, it would have been more painful, and there would have been maybe even a longer recovery time of healing whatever this is, because I feel like there is this sense of great disappointment and just feeling kind of abandoned, feeling kind of rejected, and feeling really misunderstood or not truly being seen for who you are. And I'm kind of getting that for you guys. It's like somebody misunderstanding you, or somebody, whoever this individual was, or whatever this situation was that left you feeling disappointed, that left you feeling almost kind of like there's, again, it's like this sense of rejection or abandonment, this pain. It feels like a lot of uncomfortability, and this whatever this was for you guys, it really wasn't meant for you. I think intuitively you were aware of this, Sag. I think that you picked up a lot of the red flags, and you've seen a lot of, you just knew that this isn't making you happy. Whatever this was could have been very combative, and it could have been really like hot and cold. Whatever this was, it kind of felt like it could have even impacted your mental health. There's something about this situation that just was really, it was not safe to be in, because whoever or whatever you were dealing with was unstable to begin with, even if before you even came into the picture. So if you had a partner, they could have had some kind of illness, or they could have been just not very stable individual, or if you're in a job situation, the work environment was already toxic. It was almost like whatever you went into was already toxic or was already not a good situation to begin with. And so it's like you getting rejected or you getting abandoned or whatever the situation that went down could have been a huge, massive letdown or a big disappointment, or say you could have been fired from your job or laid off, or if it's a relationship, this person could have left you or you left them because there was just too much conflict, or if this was like a family dispute, it's like not knowing how you're going to be able to move or proceed forward with this connection. So there's definitely a lot of it just feels like you intuitively knew too that this situation wasn't good or wasn't healthy for you. And I feel like this was stifling your creativity as well here, Aquarius. Oh my goodness. Sagittarius. I just feel like this is whatever this situation or whoever you dealt with really could have impacted your imagination, your creative side, your manifestations. There's definitely something about you wanting to start something, but maybe not having the courage to do it. You could have been around people that were talking negatively, right? There's something about the situation that's kind of keeping you low vibrational, that's not helping you rise. It's not making you a better. It's almost like the situation isn't trying to help you grow. Like it is, but whoever you were with would have just stifled you. Or if you would have stayed in this job, it would have, it's almost like it would have taken more from you than what it was really worth having anyway. So there's something about knowing that you dodged a bullet. And I think that in this current state and time here, Sag, you might still be feeling the loss and feeling that disappointment, but eventually here it's very positive. At the beginning of the reading, it was very, it feels like dense, intense, heavy emotions. But when you start to move out of that, you're going to realize that it was a really good decision, that it's going to actually, you're going to find more balance in yourself, because you're not dealing with such a toxic situation. Because there's something about this again where it's like there was just so much going on, and it feels like whoever or whatever was hindering you, it was like, say you were struggling at work and you had a partner that wasn't there for you, so you would go home from work and your partner would start a fight with you, and your environment was just toxic and it was just too much for you to all handle. It was like this sense of overwhelm. And I just get the sense here, Sag, that leaving behind this situation is actually going to almost help you process too, because for some of you guys, this stifled your creativity, this stifled kind of different aspects of who you are, and now you're more free and you're more able to actually start to enjoy your hobbies again, or start to enjoy taking time out or doing other things, because you're going to have more free time, or you're going to have more time to do things, because you're cutting someone out, or you're cutting something out that was a major disappointment in your life. And again, we have the Sun card, so I just see that you guys are going to start to become a lot happier, and you're going to start to actually start seeing things moving in the direction that it needs to. But I feel like at the moment, Sag, you might be dealing with some chaos or dealing with some unresolved emotions that you're needing to process. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's definitely going to be a moment of celebration. Sorry guys, I have been losing my voice today. But there's going to be a cause for celebration in your life, because you're going to actually start to see that all this hard work, or that once you let certain things go, it's like everything's going to fall more into place for you. And I feel like you guys are going to want to hold on to this, right? Maybe you guys would hold on. I feel like you guys would hold on to It's like you're holding on to this situation a little too tightly, or this belief about a situation a little too tightly. And I feel like as you start to like loosen that grip of it needs to be a certain way or it has to be a certain way, once you become a little more flexible and a little bit more mutable, right, like your sign, then things are going to come in a lot more easier for you. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have that Four of Cups, but it's in the reverse. So what I'm seeing is that you guys are not going to miss an opportunity. It's going to come in for you guys. There's going to be, because, yeah, I know I'm jumping the gun here, but we have Jupiter at the bottom of the deck, and the fact that we have the Sun card, we have the Six of Wands, this is really a good positive thing I'm seeing here for you guys. And I feel like for everybody it's going to be a little differently, but something in your life is going to start to expand. Something in your life is going to start to show up that's going to benefit you in the long run here, Sag, because I feel like some of you guys, you could have put in a lot of work or a lot of effort into something. You're going to see paying off. Some of you guys actually went in and did the inner work and healed and worked through your issues, and you're going to start to see things in the external world work out for you. You're going to have new opportunities. It's almost like you're going to have new opportunities that you didn't have in the past. You're going to start being more open to new things, and it's going to bring in a new sense of change. So a lot of my Sagittarius is at this time, Mercury or communication might start to be kind of a focal point for you guys around whenever you guys are watching this video. Because I kind of get this sense that a lot of you guys could be in the process of learning what this lesson was, or maybe you're actually picking up a new hobby, or you're just starting to like learn more about things that interest you. There's something definitely here about maybe seeking some kind of higher knowledge or some kind of higher wisdom, as well as maybe even needing to go out and socialize more. You know, Mercury can be all about networking, and for some of you guys, it's almost like needing to go out and have more fun, or needing to go out and actually do more. So it's kind of asking you guys to think about really what it is that you want as well. You know, because Mercury can get really familiar with what it wants. It can get really detail oriented with that Virgo in the Mercury. So it's kind of asking you to maybe even get really grounded and serious about what you actually want, Sag. Because I feel like when you can get kind of like crystalline clear about what it is exactly that you want to manifest, or what it is that you want to have, it'll be a lot easier for you to start to reach those goals, or to start to get to where you want to go. You know, for wandering around aimless, not really sure. And you know, Sagittarius are one of the best people for reaching their goals. You know, I mean, you guys are all about the bow and arrow, and it's like, I just have the sense that when you can finally figure out what your target is, Sag, I feel like you're going to be able to excel really quickly and really fast. So, and you know, Mercury is a fast planet, so I kind of get this feeling that things are going to start shifting for you guys really quickly once you start to get more grounded and familiar. And you know, the main focal point for right now, Sag, is really focusing on yourself. Maybe you will need to focus more on your mental health, your emotional health, maybe your physical health. A lot of you guys might want to start changing up your appearance at this time as well. Some of you guys might even be considering surgeries, or even just be considering changing your wardrobe, or just changing your haircut, right? Getting your hair done. There's definitely something here about wanting to kind of change yourself. And I almost get the sense here too, Sag, that a lot of you guys are going to start changing yourself from the inside out. There is this kind of like sense of you wanting to do more shadow work, or you wanting to do more healing in yourself. There's definitely something here about wanting to better yourself. I feel like this is you wanting to maybe level up in life. You want to actually start to get your stuff together, start actually moving in a certain direction. It's almost like maybe you guys wandered around aimless for a while, and it's starting to get to the point, Sag, where you're just like, I can't do this anymore. I want to know, I need to get like really grounded in what I want. And it's like you guys are starting to take things a little more seriously. So we have Aquarius, and then we have Pisces. So Sag, some of you guys could have either Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, or Pisces in your guys' charts. You don't have to, but I'm definitely getting here that there's this sense of wanting to kind of almost liberate yourself. There is this like, I need freedom, right? You feel maybe confined, or you feel like you need to break free from something. There is this sense of adventure that you're craving, or this sense of new. Like a part of you guys are craving the change, but you also fear that change. And I'm kind of getting here too, Sag, is that when you can learn to, it's almost like, okay, for instance, I'm going through a lot of changes on the physical as well as my mental level up, right? I'm always trying to get to a different level each year, and a lot's going on in my life right now, and there is a sense of overwhelm. But what helps me get through that is reminding myself that if I lose a relationship, right, there has to be a better one for me. Because in my mind, I'm trying to get myself to think in a new way. And the way that I'm trying to get myself to think is, if I lose something, that means that something better is gonna replace it. So if my car breaks down, I'm gonna get a better car. If my relationship fails, I'm gonna get a better relationship. It's almost like I view everything as a stepping stone, everything as a journey. And I used to be that person where I felt like I was really behind from everyone else. And I felt like I needed to almost rush through life. But that's where I made a lot of mistakes. And that's where I'm not really seeing, and I wasn't really happy. And I felt like time flew by because I was so in a rush to get to nowhere. And I have to keep reminding myself I'm in that present moment, right? Everything happens for a reason. I am exactly where I need to be. Everything is working in order. And I have to truly believe that, because too many crazy things that have been good has happened when I think like that, right? Like I got a free meal the other day. Like just random little things happen because I felt like, oh, I need to go here, I need to do that. So when you start to stress, or when you start to worry, or when you start to feel like nothing's changing or everything is happening all at once, it's like you have to remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be, that you're in the perfect moment, and that you are meant to be where you are. And that might actually help you guys, because we have to remind ourselves that if we're asking for new things, if we're saying, I want a new car, or I want a better this or better that, then we have to accept the fact that the chips are gonna fall where they land, right? We can't control how sometimes things leave our life and sometimes how things enter into our life. It just happens. But when you can embrace it and not try and brace yourself for the impact, then it's gonna hurt way less, right? Than if you tense up and you fight the current, or you fight your way through it instead of just going with the flow and allowing. If someone tries to leave your life, Sag, allow them to leave. If someone's trying to come in, properly take your time with them, vet them out. If you see red flags, and of course you're going to see red flags every now and again, but I mean, like, if you see like a lot of red flags and it's pretty clear, then it's like you need to learn to trust yourself. Because I feel like, Sag, your intuition is on point, and there's definitely something here. It's almost like you knew on an intuitive level whatever you were leaving behind wasn't serving you. It wasn't feeding your soul. It wasn't giving you what you need. It wasn't giving you the emotional and the physical. It's like your needs were not fully met, and you weren't getting the stimulation that you needed with this situation. So we have here faith. And that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like me saying, okay, well, if this, since my life is overwhelming and if I let this go, I have to embrace the change. It's me having faith that it's going to all work out in my favor, right? So everything is kind of on blind faith, whether you're religious or not, whether you're spiritual or not. You know, really everything is a leap of faith. We don't really know what's going to happen, you know, and it's a crazy world. Crazy things happen, and so it's a fear for everybody. Change is a scary thing, but you have to have that faith in yourself and in the divine that you're going to make it out just fine. And we also have enlightenment, and you know, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are going to start to understand why this situation worked out in the way that it did. You know, a lot of the times we don't see it until it's maybe years down the line or months down the line, or we have an epiphany moment and it's like it comes full circle and it all makes sense. And I feel like something's going to end up making sense for you, Sag. We also have that despondency, and I feel like you might notice people behaving weird around you around this time, but there's definitely something here about not taking things too personally at this time, Sag, because I feel like you might be around a lot of grouchy people or a lot of negativity at this point in time. And there might even be a sense of feeling really alone, because I just see that with that impartiality. It's like you're dealing with very lopsided connections. You're dealing with maybe people even disrespecting you or talking down on you, or again, like I said, just being really negative and low vibrational. And it's maybe that's another reason too. There is this sense of needing to maybe even pull back your energy a little bit to kind of center yourself. But we do have isolation here, so you guys could either be isolating yourselves at this time, or you guys are needing to do that, because I feel like you guys are going to find your passion again, Sag. I think that whatever that situation was, right, you lost a sense of your passion, you lost a sense of your drive, your motivation, and I feel like it could have been because it's like you're around a lot of emotional energy vampires, Sag, and you could have even been dating one that was just siphoning your energy, and it was wearing you out, and it was just draining you, and you weren't happy. And it's almost like when you can release this, which I feel like a lot of you guys already have, it's just letting go of it on an emotional level now. It's going to really help you guys. And I feel like there again, it's just like this sense of disappointment. There's this sense of like, of course this had to happen. And it's just kind of like a frustration. So let's get the tea leaf oracle here for our closing messages for Sag. Any last messages for Sagittarius? But yeah, I just feel like a lot of you guys are going to start moving into greener pastures. You guys are going to start seeing the light, right? You guys are kind of coming out of a darker period of time, and I feel like you're going to have a lot better mental health too. There's something here about just almost recovering from being around some of these people. So we have here not unsuccessful plans. Yeah, something could have gone where, like I said, there was a disappointment. It didn't go the way you wanted it to, and you could have even been blindsided or shocked about this situation, Sag. But something didn't go the way you were hoping. We have mountain, major challenge to overcome. Yeah, this could have been something where it kind of forced you to maybe have to make changes in your life, Sag. It's almost like maybe you guys had to deal with a tower moment, and now you guys are just kind of dealing with the repercussions or the damage, right? We have Bo, you are highly thought of. So there's definitely people around you who admire you and think about you in a more positive light. We also have here Lily, spiritual love. A lot of you guys are starting to tap into a sense of self-love. That's what I'm getting with that spiritual love. It's like you guys are starting to maybe even become kinder to yourself, Sag. And I just kind of get this sense that that's where your passion's going to come back into your life, is because of how you're starting to talk to yourself. Maybe you guys are starting to talk to yourselves in a little bit of a nicer way, or you're setting a boundary where you're no longer tolerating anything that is low vibrational. So you're no longer tolerating disrespect or allowing people to walk all over you. And that's going to ultimately bring in somebody else that's going to match that vibration with you. So you're going to have more of a healthier connection. We also have here broken bridge, unsuccessful outcomes to a problem. Yeah, and I just kind of sense that you're around people, and you know, it's Einstein, I believe, that quoted this. He said, stay away from negative people because they always have a problem to your solution. And it is so true. I've been around so many negative people where I'll come up with a solution to their problem, right? And they'll be like, no, but what about this and this and that? And it's almost like no matter what you do, it's like all they want is for you to shut up and let them vent to you, but have them never change the problem. And so then they have the same problem for years or for months and they never improve it, but like they're just sucking the life out of everybody around them. And we all have that. We all have been there. And so it's no judgment, but it's like when you're around people that don't ever take anyone's advice, they just want to complain all the time, that can be really draining on the ones around them. And I feel like you can been dealing with people like that, right? Where it's like they had a million problems to your solutions. So it's kind of like needing to separate yourself from people that are just like not willing to change and want to keep you staying the same. At the bottom of the deck, we have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. And I feel like you're around somebody that is, they're just not, it's like they're not willing to change. They don't want to change. And the situation was, you're better off walking away, Sag, and you're better off disconnecting from this energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally, and stop feeding it your energy, because I feel like that could be preventing you and stopping you from actually leveling up and truly moving forward. And like I said, I see greener. It's like you guys have victory here. You guys have a reason to celebrate. It's just needing to cut yourself off of this energy that is basically feeding off of you. It's just kind of what it feels like. So I hope that this resonated for you guys. I hope this helped you in some way, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.